What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin XCN today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, here we are on this, the 24th of April. We got about 9 hours, 53 minutes left in the day, about 10 hours left in the day, right? Sitting at about 2.17 cents. The bears are desperate, man. They are desperate. I swear, they all want to see this thing go lower. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't know who out there is doing their own TA, but let me tell you a little bit about my TA as far as what I'm seeing here, okay? From a high to a low overall, you crushed through your 236, your 382, and went all the way up to the golden ratio. That is not a common thing. That does not happen. You oftentimes find turbulence along the way, okay? You stair step along the way. That's what happens. You don't just rip right up to the golden ratio on the first attempt. Oftentimes with the golden ratio, you find resistance, you go down to the 382. The fact that you're finding support above the 382 is a really positive thing. But to be fair, in all fairness, this zone is also very damn common, to find support there. But speaking of the 382, if we take the relative low to high here, low to high right here, we found support at the 382, double bottomed right off of it. Off of a powerful move like this, forming a bull flag, we bounced off the 382. There's no doubt in my mind. This thing's going to new all-time highs, right? We're going to see a measured move of this bull flag, and if that's true, and I think that that's true, if we're looking at this here from a low to a high, put that at the base of the flag, that would imply that we're going to a 5.5 cent price, 5.6 cent price. That's where we're going, right? We've already validated this. Right? Yesterday's close was more than enough to validate this. From a low to a high, we closed above the 236. We demolished the 236, closing above 2.02 cents. That was the area that we needed to close above, right? Not 2.3 cents, not 2.2 cents. No, nothing around here makes any sense to be significant, right? If we close at, let's say, 2.2 cents, why is that significant? If we close at 2.3 cents, 2.5 cents, why is that significant? We closed above the daily closing high here. We closed above the 236 here. We closed above the daily high close here. We closed above the daily low close there. This was a much more significant area. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Like, genuinely, we've broken it. We're moving up. We've got increased volume coming in. We're showing support at the right areas, and we're looking like we're ready to go. Everything about this right now, everything about this chart right now says, I'm ready to fly. It doesn't say anything about, well, we have to wait and see. Let's wait and see. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. No, then that's done. Those days are right over here. Let's wait and see. We're not waiting and seeing anymore. We've waited and we've seen. We waited, we saw. We came, we saw. We came, we saw. And if we look at the weekly time frame, talking about very significant things that we've done, this is a largely more significant fib than what we've seen so far. The 236 here, you close above this essentially promotes the idea that you're going to go above this high here and that you're not going lower. The lows in, you bounce off the 0.5. When you bounce off when you find support at the 0.5, you get significant results, as we have seen so far. You closed above the 236 again. Why is this more significant? It's because look at all the things we've got going on here, and then also just any 236 is a very significant thing to close above when working your way higher or lower, depending on what the fib setup is, right? This is a low to high, but if it was a high to low fib, then the 236 closing below that would imply that you're going lower. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm saying, but just a sec, like if it's a low to high fib, the 236 is up here, but if it's a high to low fib, the 236 is down here. So you don't. And anyways. Everything about this chart right now is bullish. Everything about it is bullish. It would not surprise me in the least if in the next 9 hours and 50 minutes, if we saw a day that was similar to what we've seen over the past 2 days. It would not surprise me in the least if over the next 9 hours and 50 minutes, by the end of today, we saw a day that was larger than the last 2 days. Maybe larger than both of them combined. Genuinely. This thing does not take a lot of time to pump. And on the note of pumping, if we notice here, when was the big move yesterday? It was on the 12th hour. Okay, for some reason, to be honest, I thought it was at the end of the day. It was not. It was at the 12th hour. So around this time right here, the 12th hour, that's whenever it pumped. We look at these days here, whenever we topped off, that was, we made some big strides here. That was at the 0 hour. That was the very beginning of the new day, going into the 16th hour. For some reason, I thought that we pumped at the end of the days, but this point is moot. This one we did pump at the end of the day. That's what I was going for, but I guess we don't really pump at the end of the days. But either way, 1 versus 2, that's not enough to really deconfirm what I'm saying. All we've done here is broken out above the 236. We look at the 4-hour time frame, broken out above it, came back, found support at it, showing the significance of this area. It's not just significant because it's a 236 on a large scale. It's not just significant because it's a 236 on the short scale. It's not just significant because we found support at the 382. We did a double bottom and all these things. We're showing significance here, right? It's significant from a very fundamental price perspective, which is that we've closed above daily low closes, daily high closes, daily high closes. We've done all of these things, and we did that yesterday. Again, the point that I'm trying to drive home here is OnyxCoin is not in a wait and see environment. It is not in a, well, we have to go a little bit higher to confirm this. No, it's confirmed it. It's all confirmed, right? What we're waiting to see now is what is inevitable at this point. We're waiting patiently, like good little boys and girls, for the glorious riches of 5.5 and above, right? 5.5 cents and above. That's what we're waiting for. There's no debate. I'm not waiting to see, well, maybe if we go a little bit higher, we close here, then we're confirmed. No, we've confirmed it. We've done all the confirmation we need. We got all of it, man. We broke out of this bull flag, it's confirmed. We broke out of this bull flag, it's confirmed. We broke above the 236s. I've said everything that I need to say. I don't think I need to keep saying. I'm not going to repeat myself, but looking at this here, overbought. Now you're not. Now you are. Bullish. Talking about confirmation, talking about bullish notes. Anytime you get to the overbought zone, this is a good thing. If you want to wait and see for anything, I suppose what we could say is if today closes red, that would promote the notion that we are rejecting off the overbought zone here, which is not a good thing. We want today to be a green day. That's for sure. And we're very, very neutral right now. 0.75%, 9 hours, 47 minutes left. But I really don't think that we're going to close red. We look at this 4-hour RSI here. You're super bullish, mega bullish, man. You went overbought, got down to the 60, found support there, looking good. You literally bounced right off of your relative 236, right? From the relative low here to the relative high. You bounced right off of it. This is looking good. It's like a bull flag. It's like you got another mini bull flag within your bull flag, literally. Look at this on a 1-hour time frame. 1-hour RSI is bullish as hell. Getting overbought, holding the 50, double bottom at the 50, looking to mess with the 60 and get above. This is actually a prime position to be in for the end of the day to get you into that overbought zone. It really wouldn't surprise me if by the end of the day we made some further stretches going higher. We'll see. The reason why we're going down, nobody knows, right? Standard volatility. Bitcoin's down today. Bitcoin's in the red today. OnyxCoin is in the green today, right? Everything's fine. We're on the way higher. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said everything that I need to say. Let's go on the weekly time frame and just talk about where we're going to go, okay? Beyond just 5.5 cents, right? We look at this from a high to a low here. The minimum expected target is 15.7 cents, the golden ratio here. The maximum expected target by the end of June is here at about 32 cents. So we have a nice zone of about 15.7 to 32.2 cents. I very, very, very much expect that we don't stop at 15.7 cents, and I very much don't expect that we hit 30 cents. But I am looking at this 26 cent, 20 cent area as a possible area to find resistance at, okay? It depends on how we get to it. It depends on what we do whenever we get there. That'll determine if we go deeper into the 1886 area, if we just stop between the 1618 and the 1886, or if we go deeper than that and maybe we even exceed my expectations. Wouldn't that be cool if this thing exceeded my expectations and all of our expectations, man? The expectation at the moment is that the minimum target is a 7x. The expected target is something on the lines of about a 12x, maybe a 14x, maybe somewhere around there. And then the maximum perceived target that we possibly could imagine in our wildest dreams would be a 25x. But hold the phone. I don't know if we're going to get that, right? Because from a low to a high, that would imply OnyxCoin sees a 72x by the end of this move. And it could. I'm not saying it can't, but that's a lot. That's a lot. By the time we 2x from here, we're going to be $1 billion asset. So that's a lot to ask from $1 billion asset. 26 cents, which is where I think we're going to go. That's already at 35x, which is a lot, man. That's more growth than what we saw last time, right? It's not more growth than we saw last time if you count the move from down here. I mean, from the last low to the high, we did see a 42x overall, but just adding to the notion that we probably don't go up here to 50 cents, right? 26 to 32 cents, something like that would be the max target, or the expected target area. This is the max target area, but the 1618 is the minimum, and that's even at a 20x there. So I'm just saying it's very possible. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't think we stop at 15.6 cents. But if we do, 15.7 cents, whatever it is, if we stop here, it's fine. I think I speak for everybody in the OnyxCoin community when I say that compared to where we were here, we're okay with this. This is fine. However, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't think we stop there. I think we have a lot more reason to see prices above 26 cents. I think it makes a lot more sense to go above 20 cents than it does to stop below 20 cents. I'll be holding your hand all the way through, letting you know what my thoughts are. I've got nothing else for you guys. Bullish engulfing candle here on the weekly. 3 days, 10 hours left. We can wait and see for that if you want to. Wait and see if we bullishly engulf last week. I think we will. Monthly time frame. If by the end of this month, over the next 6 days, 10 hours, we are where I think that we are, which is about 5.5 cents, we'll bullishly engulf this whole consolidation phase. Wait and see for that if you want to, right? But I don't think that we need to wait and see or confirm anything as far as the low goes. I don't think that we need to wait and see anything as far as are we breaking out and going higher right now, because the answer is yes. We are on the way. It's inevitable at this point. Just be patient, sit on your hands, thank yourselves that you sat on your hands and that you did nothing. You just bought and you held until we went to the land of the promised. Just wait. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I'm waiting. I'm sitting on my hands. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.